So she go over the after party. The nigga screams out the after party at the concert. She goes over to the after party, right? And when she go through the after party, she she said it went like this. Now this the best thing to do. Could have got out of his out of the bitch, because he got his back about a month later or whatever. But either way, this guy got in his business, and this is how it happened. So about an hour into the after party, everybody smoking and drinking and popping his pippin and hoeing and shit. And dude, stood up on the couch and was like, "Hey man, everybody that ain't down with this game, real pimps, real hoes, man, y'all get the fuck on out of here, right?" And so he'd say, man, the party had like 40 people in there, everybody crammed into a 2-room suite kind of thing. Like it was crammed and everybody drinking and smoking and kicking and having a good time. All California people, right? So yeah, you did. So when he said that, about 8 or 10 people left. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So they partying some more, you know what I mean? He popping it, you know what I mean? So he stood on the table, you know what I'm saying? It was like, you know what I'm saying? All of you motherfucking bitches that ain't really about hoeing tonight, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got to get the fuck up out of here, man, and take y'all square niggas with y'all or whatever. So, let's say about another, 10, 15 people leave out, you know what I'm saying? So, he did. He weeding through them. He sifting through them, right? So he said, he partying some more. And you know what I mean? Then about, let's say, maybe 30 minutes later or whatever, he got back on that same couch and said, "Hey man, all you bitches, all y'all motherfuckers gotta get up out of here. Everybody except the bitches that's trying to fuck with me and pay me tonight. You understand me? Now, which one of y'all bitches trying to come and pay this pimpin' tonight? You know what I'm saying? Them the only ones I want to stay. Bring y'all fine asses over here. And everybody else, y'all get the fuck out." And everybody left except 2-3 bitches. You know what I'm saying? And those 2-3 bitches came correct. So yeah, but see, that's the game. That's the game. You see, that's how the large, level players, that's how the famous players do it. That's why the fame matters so much. I started a whole side business outside of my sales company that's just a marketing company just to make other niggas famous, because I know that it's so needed in our community. You dig? So yeah, man, no, this dude, he knocked my homie out of Oakland. He knocked him for the bitch. He might have kept the bitch for about a month, you know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? When dude got his bitch back, this is how I got this game. And it's funny because that dude died, the homie of mine died about 10 years ago. Shit, I still got that game in my brain because me and him kicked it, man. So shout out RIP to that nigga. What'd you say?
When you get good game, man, it sticks to your head like a magnet. P, look, the story you just told me reminded me of a story you told me a few years ago, man, because when you and me was riding around, I was filming you and shit, I was like 19, 20, long dreadlocks, I'm smoking weed every day, I'm bullshit. Man, you told me a story, though, one time, because, like, how P played it with the after party, it's like he stood on his shit. He said, look, either you gonna go with this or you're not, right? I don't know where you was at, but you told me one time you pulled up, man, I don't know if you was at a hotel room or a function or something, but, it's hoes in there, it's half hoes in there, man, it's pimps in there. Everybody smoking a drink, and you was like, you the only nigga that stood up, like, wait a minute, man, these bitches ain't been broke.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man, I remember that, because that shit stood out to me, man.
Hey, I was in the party with a bunch of my San Diego homies. Them niggas was really pimping, and they was already rich. So they wasn't really tripping. They just knew eventually that this bitch was gonna break herself, so they was real laid back. Well, you know me, I come in there, I'm hungry. Yeah, that's what happened. Them niggas at that point in my career, we was all the same age, but them niggas was richer than me at that time. You understand me? And I wanted to get in that crowd. I wanted to be rich, richer than the motherfucker too, you understand me? So what happened was the bitch, somebody had rolled up some weed, right? And the bitch went, that nobody had a lighter or whatever. You know how, before you get high, lose the lighter and shit. And somebody pocket the lighter and shit. So, you know what I'm saying? So, anyway, the bitch went in her purse to get the lighter. And I seen in her little, purse, she had a knot. It was a knot. I said, wait a goddamn motherfucking minute, bitch. You ain't been broke. Yeah, you standing up here with all these pimps and ain't nobody broke on you. Yeah, get your motherfucking ass over here, bitch. And all the niggas in there, I guess they was so laid back, you know what I mean, that they looked and bust out laughing. They said, I love this nigga, man. Where you bring this nigga from? I said, I'm from Detroit, man. This bitch gotta be broke fucking around, standing around me, man. And
That story stood out to me so much, man. You know, that was 4 years ago you told me that.
Yeah, for sure. And it happened probably 15 years ago, man. You know what I'm saying? Because my daughter is 14. That nigga had a daughter my daughter age. So that might, you know what I'm saying? His bitch and a bitch of mine was pregnant at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And believe it or not, man, I met this nigga because he bumped me for a bitch. And he just liked me when he served me. We you know what I'm saying? We clicked and shit and laughed about the shit. And he blew the bitch that same night. She was with me one day, with him one day, the punk bitch. And
I learned the bitch. I'm sure you. I mean, you already know, but I had to learn. I had to go through it to learn it, man. A bitch will sometimes do some shit like that just so you can see the money. He ain't really about it like he say he about it. You know what I'm talking about? Because look, see, my bitch now. Like, when I first met the bitch, she put out a full knot and was like, "Okay, cool. Like, I want you to have this. I'll be back with more." Like, wait a minute. Why you pull out that? I know what you got on you, bitch. Like, let's stop right now.
Yeah. Well, you know, seminar just recently too. The bitch I got right now, my bottom bar, right? When you know, back when I first got the bitch, you know, I was constantly firing the bitch because, you know, I'm an arrogant nigga, man. Bitch, you know what I'm saying? We got some disagreement. Get your shit, bitch. Get your motherfucking ass. I don't need you, bitch. You know, so, and she trying to prove that she can still get big money everywhere all over the world. She don't need nobody to do it or whatever. So she trying to prove something. I'm trying to prove something. Now I had the bitch 5 years. But at the beginning, you know, when you first getting a bitch, that's the rockiest time at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all don't know, you know, each other to, you know what I'm saying, to put y'all guard down yet. You know what I mean? But anyway, so I get this bitch, and you know, and after 5 years, I was talking about it at a seminar the other day. I was saying the bitch always say that she, you know what I'm saying, she stayed coming back because I didn't stop moving and grooving when she left. She said whenever she would leave, guys, they would stop and be waiting on her to come back and texting her and begging her to come back because, you know, bitch get like $2,000 a day. They needing that dough or they wanting that dough. Man, shit, bitch left. I had a Porsche truck that broke down, the same one that you was in. I had the Porsche truck that broke down, right? The bitch came back. I got the Porsche drop top. You know what I mean? So, you know, like, I mean, you got to keep growing. You know,
you can keep her.
Yeah,
and it's sweet.
yeah,
like,
yeah. A bitch got
my bottom bitch right now. She literally told me straight up because one time I had to really snap on the bitch like, bitch, I'm flying out there. You know, I'm moving around. So I'm like, bitch, I see you when I see you type shit. And she told me straight up the same thing you just said verbatim, bitch. She said, look, like my last few niggas, I could play with them. They be texting me every day, calling me every day. Afterwards, she's like, you really just disappeared on me.
I had a bitch out of Hollywood, man. I bumped that said that same shit. You know, she said something crazy to me, dude. And I like this little bitch too. You know, she was cool. You know what I mean? And I think when you start having kids, the bitch treated my daughter cool. So I was like, this bitch might be a keeper. You dig? The bitch came with some finesse. You know what I'm saying? Her mom told her to take me down to the Rolls Royce dealership and pick out one that she was going to get for me, right? So, you know what I'm saying? She tried to put a hook in this pimping, you know. But something happened throughout the week or the month or whatever. And, you know what I'm saying? The bitch said some crazy shit and I fired her. And when I fire a bitch, I block him and, you know what I mean? I block him on every app and every phone and all that kind of shit. Bitch hit me a few months later and was like, hey. And I was like, yeah, bitch, what up? And she was like, you know, I just really wanted to call you and give you your props. I mean, like, you didn't even try to call me back, you know? But that's why a nigga got to be so deep. He got to be so busy because that shit'll bring a bitch home. You know what I'm saying? You know, so a lot of times a bitch leave, it'd be like a boxing match, right? A nigga get knocked down, but it's a flash knockdown, okay? He get right back up, you know what I'm saying? He didn't feel that shit. He ain't wobbly on his legs ain't noodles. His legs ain't looking spaghetti. So, you know, it's the same way with a bitch, right? Bitch might leave over some foolishness or whatever, but in reality, you know what I'm saying? A bitch really want to be there. You know what I'm saying? Want to, you know what I'm saying, give you some fucking with, but don't know if you the one that's worthy of staying with for the rest of this year or for the next 5 years or the next 10 years or whatever. You know, bitch want to be, you know what I'm saying, sure. Because you got to remember, bitches are spineless like jellyfish. They can be cowards at some time. They scared to take a chance, right? So a bitch is more scared of looking stupid than dying in a room with a motherfucking stranger.
One thing I've learned though, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the shout. Hey,
might talk to 100 bitches a day and get rejected. I give a fuck and still be walking with that same walk and popping that same shit.
You know, you being over in Cali and shit. You know, shout out to that nigga that's in California right now. That when a bitch, you know what I'm saying, start popping it a little too hard, he make the bitch take her tooth out though. You know what I mean? You know, bitches do have a lot of pride. You understand me? They do. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, you gotta remember what it's like for a bitch. Put yourself in 100 niggas that follow her around asking for her number. Niggas be like, hey baby, yo, mommy, what you doing? You know, it's 100 niggas every day that boost this bitch ego. Go ahead. Yeah, on a bitch worst day, a nigga will give his last check to get up and close to this bitch. He take this bitch to dinner, take her to breakfast, drink her bath water, man. This nigga eat everything but the soles in her shoes, man. So when a bitch come home to us and we like, yeah, bitch, serve me, you know what I'm saying? We got to get her down off that high horse. You understand what I'm saying? We got to bring her back to reality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bitch, you cute, but you look a whole lot finer standing next to me, bitch. You know what I mean? I'll bring your stock up around this motherfucker hoe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I made you, bitch. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's certain things, and it ain't to be ruthless or cold or mean. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's just even a certain way of joking with each other to keep the bitch, you know what I'm saying, on that page with you. You know what I'm saying? You know?
At the end of the day, they learning how to manipulate every day. So I realize as soon as you show a percentage of that weakness, like obviously romance your bitch be soft. As soon as you show a percentage of that and the bitch thinks she can play with you.
Well, I give it up like this. My big brother Dre said it, you know what I'm saying, best in American Pimp. The bitch go out and manipulate men every day, so it's only but natural that she come home to do it to you. I said another time, Gray Rosebud put in his book that, man, this bitch is out playing on me and every day. I knew that one day she'll come home and try to do it to me. Okay?
That's true.
It's been going on since beginning of time. Both them niggas is older than me. Okay? So it's been going on since beginning of time, and players, you know what I'm saying, that was real players, they had to deal with it. Okay? You know what I'm saying? They still flip it around, reverse it, remix it, and make the bitch chase them. Because you got to remember, the player is the only nigga in the country that a bitch is chasing. Every other man, the regular man, is chasing the bitch. That's why we know that we out of line when we sweating the bitch. We sweating the bitch. We sweating. No, man, you supposed to, you know what I'm saying, get your shit together to where the bitch just sweat you. You did? That's what a nigga told me that, man, in the 90s, man. It's like, man, maybe 1999, man, an older pimp, man. He in prison, too. He was in there for life, I think, man. But short nigga, man, real short, like my mom's height. He was super short. But he was dark-skinned nigga, 3-piece suit with a mink coat on. He jumped out of limo, man. Nigga had like 12 hoes at this time. And it was funny. What was memorable about the nigga is one of my little homies always remembered that the nigga used to make his hoes get down on the concrete and put their head down as he was walking out. Every bitch will line, you know what I'm saying, with their face on the concrete though. I thought that was crazy, man. But anyway, I was a youngster. I was a young P, and I seen him, and I had never seen a nigga in a limo and shit, man. You know. And you know, like I said, I got in the life in like 98, man. So you know, about 99, I'm still fresh. I'm still new. You know, I had a big.
Born 98, man. I'm about to be 25.
Man, that's what I'm telling you. I'm an old nigga, baby. You understand me? But you know, I'm an old nigga, but I'm still a cold nigga. You understand me? You know. So and it's still folder, nigga. You understand me? You know. So, but anyway, so I see this nigga in this limo, man, and I'm thinking, damn, man, this nigga really pimping. I had to say something to him, right? You know what I mean? Because I want the game, and you can't just walk up and ask a nigga for nothing for free. That ain't the way this game go. So I paid him some compliments and shit, and I was like, man, look, man, you know, man, you gonna go out here, P, and sweat some of these hoes with us? And nigga popped his collar, man, and moved that mink coat around. He said, man, these hoes should be sweating me. You dig? I mean, that's what this shit is about. You understand me? You know, this shit is about you finding your ability to do what you need to do to get the bitches to sweat you. And I ain't talking about act the ass in front of them. I definitely ain't talking about this internet shit where niggas going to hating on each other to impress somebody or to get more views or something. That's super gay. But this a bitch of mine right now, man. I'm outside this bitch house, man. I gotta go, man. You know, but I've been outside this